Next one is uninsured motorists. So the next level down on your declarations page is going to be uninsured motorists. Uninsured motorists is going to cover you if someone hits you and they don't have any insurance or they don't have enough insurance. So you're on your way to work. Somebody blows a stop sign, T-bones you. You're seriously injured, and they either don't have any insurance or they just have the state minimum. So in Washington, the state minimum is $25,000 per person for bodily injury. That doesn't go very far if you're in the hospital and you can't work for 6 months. So then your uninsured motorist basically acts as if it was their insurance. And so your insurance company pays out your injury, your medical expenses, your lost wages. And then that way you don't have to worry about hiring a lawyer to sue them and try to go after them. But instead, your insurance company would do that. And the better part even than like, well, I don't have to hire a lawyer. The better part even than that is that sometimes those people, most of the time, people who carry very low limits don't really have anything. So I had a customer one time, she was trying to save money. So she decided to remove uninsured motorist. And then she got hit by somebody with no insurance, totaled her car. She had some medical expenses. She came in, she's like, what can we do? And I was like, well, unfortunately, you stripped your policy down to just the liability only state requirement. So you were legal to drive, but it doesn't cover your vehicle and it doesn't have uninsured motorist. And so I said, the best thing you could do would be to sue them. She came back about a week later and she's like, well, I can't sue them. Well, she's like, well, I could, but the lawyers won't take the case because the lawyers most of the time will work on a contingency to say, hey, if we go to court, we're going to get 20% or 30% of the settlement. And the lawyer said, well, yeah, we'll win. But the problem is this guy didn't own anything. The only thing that he owned was the vehicle that he hit you with, which is now totaled as well. So the lawyer wouldn't take the case. So that's where uninsured motorist comes in and really protects you, is to say, hey, if that person doesn't have anything, you may not even if you sued them, you may not get anything. Whereas your policy, your uninsured motorist would cover you for your injury. Typically, I recommend to make sure that you have that coverage even on your umbrella policy. An umbrella policy by default will only cover liability to others, but you can add the uninsured motorist so that way you're covered as well. I do that personally, and I recommend that to my clients because I don't want to have to worry if I get hit by somebody. I don't want to be the guy that's like, we lost our house and we're in financial problems because somebody else did this to me and I had no control over it. And I'm just at the mercy of somebody else's insurance or what their assets are. So I recommend having that. I think is really important.